morning, everybody. Welcome to the furrow. Brent Budrow here. We are in Northwest Indiana, and today we're here with Ken Sauder for the third video of a three-part series. Thanks, Ken, for being here, and we're going to be talking about soybeans and even emergence today.
Absolute pleasure, Brent. As we think through the soybean, you know, everything we've learned in corn, I'm going to tell you, is just as critical when we get into the soybean crop. So when we talk that even emergence on corn, we win when I get all my spikes coming out in the same time frame. I have the same thing with a soybean plant. So if I can get you to where I give you even emergence. Now, even emergence has a different connotation in a soybean than it does in a corn plant.
Okay.
So we start a little bit with singulation. If I'm looking at singulating a soybean, I want all my plants dropped spaced-wise, because if I space a soybean plant correctly, and you can see what I have here is if I'm not spaced correctly, I have a single stem, and you can see I'm loaded. And you're looking at this and you're like, well, Ken, that's a pretty good soybean plant. It is.
Yeah.
But if I come in and I give you good spacing, I now have an opportunity for additional branching. And when do I branch with a soybean? It's all down here at the bottom.
Okay.
So at that stage, what have I done? I've stacked more locations for more pod set.
Okay.
So when I talk that singulation, we always expect a bushel to 2 bushel wind to singulation on a soybean.
Okay.
I look at down pressure. Down pressure will get me out of the ground evenly if I've done this correctly. So we'll take, and we're seeing across my Indiana team, we're seeing a 4.5 bushel yield win.
Wow.
With a hydraulic down pressure system on a soybean planter versus an airbag.
Wow. That's significant.
It's all about the row unit bounce. How do I get all my plants to the same depth?
Okay.
Got to get it out of the ground evenly.
Well, when you look at beans, you know, they're kind of considered the second crop. Corn's usually king, but shoot, recently the soybean prices have been going up quite a bit, and people are starting to pay more attention to how do I maximize and how do I get above, maybe to get above that 70 mark, or a couple growers, maybe I get above that 80 mark consistently year in and year out. And I think we're at that point where we have to start looking at spacing and at that planter level to make sure, I mean, what are the differences here in pods? I know you mentioned you counted them.
Yeah, we're about 18 pods different between these two plants.
Wow.
So at that stage, you know, it still has to fill, right? We're all sitting out here, we're all begging for rain.
Yeah.
And that's the life we live. What's my August rains? But if I've set a higher yield potential, I'm going to let Mother Nature take its course.
That's great. Appreciate your time again here today and joining us to talk about soybean emergence. Feel free to like and subscribe if you like what you see. Thanks again, Ken.
Appreciate it.
And the three-part series, and stay tuned for some more videos. We'll be at you here again soon.
Thanks, guys.